have over 10,000 staffers in the agency globally. Joining me now, Missouri Senator Eric Schmitt. Senator, I guess it's about 294 staffers out of about 10 to 14,000. We've lost count at this point. That's from, I guess, Marco Rubio's office tonight. That has got to be the biggest mass firing that we've ever heard of.
It's incredible, and I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, we're just talking about USAID right now. Wait till they get to the other agencies that have been bloated and unaccountable. And this is permanent Washington's worst nightmare, which is why you see this hair on fire moment right now, because they've been able to hide behind this, sort of secrecy for far too long. You mentioned some of these programs. They know that if the American taxpayer knew what this money was being spent on, they would object. You'd have sort of a new Tea Party moment in this country, and it's all coming to light, which is a good thing. We want this fight. Laura, I have a partial list. I just want to read a couple more things. You mentioned the Girls-Centered Climate Action in Brazil. 45 million for DEI scholarships in Burma. 1.5 billion for DEI in Serbia, 47,000 for a trans opera in Colombia, 32,000 for a trans comic book in Peru, $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala. That is just the beginning of this stuff. So I think, this is a really important field, I think, for us to fight on. The Democrats are essentially the guardians of permanent Washington right now, and we should welcome this fight.
Well, apparently Reuters was the one that confirmed that plan of the Trump administration to essentially delete the department and bring it down to, still 300 people. I mean, I'm not sure why you need 300 people, but still 300 people out of 10,000. That's quite a cut. Senator, not everybody's happy about this. Bill Gates weighed in on the value of USAID.
The USAID plays a super important role in dispensing our aid budget, which is less than 1% of the government budget. It's work that saves millions of lives and, helps strengthen relationships for the United States. If you go around after.
So will we not have any relationships with other countries now because we don't do the slush fund for DEI? And I mean, there are some water projects probably that are worth funding for people who need help in that regard, but there's a lot of other waste.
I think that we have to look at this, and Secretary Rubio talked about this too, and President Trump has talked about it writ large. We should only be doing things that are in the core national interests of the United States of America. That's it. And I think what relates to foreign policy or interventionism or foreign aid, we need to have a real reset here. When you have money going, which is also sort of being reported at this hour, going to George Soros, sort of nonprofits, that who knows where that goes, and it could be coming back here to the United States to undermine our justice system. This is ridiculous. People have had enough of this. And this is what we mean when we say the election in 2024 was about the disruptors versus the establishment. You're seeing it play out right now in real time. There needs to be real reform within these agencies, and we can save hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars doing the right thing. We can be wearing the white hats here as Republicans. We should welcome this fight. The Democrats are defending the status quo, which is totally broken.
Well, Nancy Mace was exposing brilliantly the millions spent on creating transgender animal experiments. $10 million. I mean, it seems like a joke. Yeah. It can't be really true, but I guess it is true.
Well, and what's really interesting is you hear Democrats basically, when you challenge them on this, they say, well, that's not that much money. That's a drop in the bucket in our budget. Tell that to the truck driver who's working his tail off. Tell that to the waitress who's picking up another shift. Tell that to the family that saves up for a vacation, maybe to come to the nation's capital to show their kids what this place is all about. It's really insulting to taxpayers. So like I said, this is just the beginning. This is one agency right now, and I think that's going to be the benefit of DOGE, which is to dig into all this stuff.
No, this is just, it is like every day is Christmas morning. It's just, you can't get over how much good stuff we're learning. Good stuff about the bad stuff, but it's good that knowledge is a good thing for the American public here. Senator, wonderful to see you. Thank you so much. All right, the party, of course, that